This is Life Today TV. I'm Randy Robinson. I have a magician, evil magic guy here on the set with me. Welcome, Jim Munroe. Thank you, Jim, for being here. Can I call you magician?
Yeah.
Okay.
Illusionist, psychological illusionist, magician. Yeah.
Psychological?
Do you like that?
It fits because I've seen your show. But all right, so give us a little sample of kind of what you do from a.
Sure, man. You play with playing cards before?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Let's try this. Why don't you just, well, how about this? We'll cut the cards. You just say cut whenever you want to. Just say when.
When?
Right there?
Right,
sure?
exactly right there.
Take the card you cut to, look at it, memorize it. Now listen, do you want a different card, or are you happy with that?
I think we're happy with this card. Could you see it on the monitor over there?
No, I couldn't see it. How dare I, right?
Well, I was showing it to the audience.
Here's what I want you to do. We're just going to give them a quick mix, further randomizing the order of the cards, okay?
Yes.
And then when you snap, go ahead and snap. Snap.
Like this?
Yeah. What was the name of your card that you picked?
What was the name of it?
Yeah, say it out loud.
It was the Eight of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts right there.
Eight of Hearts.
It was what?
Ocho. Eight.
Okay, I was off by one. Here, I'll tell you what. We cut wrong. Put your finger on the ace for me. And then you said the Eight of Hearts? Do you believe in hypnotism?
No.
Watch this closely. Go and turn that one over.
Oh, geez. All right, now.
Do you like that?
Oh, that was better than good. That was really good.
I'm glad you liked it.
But a lot of those kind of tricks make people real nervous.
Yeah, they do.
Because the hand's quicker than the eye. And that was sleight of hand. You moved the cards where you wanted to move them, distracted me when you wanted to distract me, whatever, and you're really good at it, which is a tribute to your skill. But do people freak out?
Yeah, they freak out. But that's the goal, you know. We're trying to get in there, way down in their minds, because we want them to admit to themselves, even if it's subconscious, that it's like, man, I can be wrong about what I perceive to be true. Maybe there's something more going on behind the scenes, and if I just knew what it was, I could make sense of why that happened.
Okay, now what I'm hearing now, I know because I brought my kids over to see you at a local church because I knew your reputation and met you before. This whole maze thing that you do, you go around to churches, to schools.
Primarily college campuses.
I can see how that.
And high school campuses too.
Yeah. And what do you communicate? Is it just to unseat some of the maybe assurances they think they have?
Yeah, I mean, our goal is to try and make headway with people that no longer acknowledge the idea that God would even exist at all. And we're trying to create a dialogue, a discussion, and to get them thinking and reeling about, man, what is going on behind the scenes, and is there something more to this existence that meets the eye? And so our goal is to drop a big fat question mark into people's minds and then give them the answer that I've come up with over the course of my life. And for me, that's Jesus Christ. Now, for some people that see our show, they would completely disagree with us. I mean, I have awesome conversations with all kinds of different people who there's more and more people in this culture who don't believe in Jesus or believe in any religion at all. And so I use this as just a tool to get a conversation started, and it works.
Yeah, no joke, because if people think I believe in what I perceive, or I follow my heart to show me truth,
right?
You're messing with them.
We're trying to
No, trust me, because I'm a Christian and I'm a believer, and I'm watching you going, crap, how did he do that? Right?
That's what we do, man. Yeah. So we call the show The Maze, and the illustration we're using is that there's all different kinds of pathways in the maze, different routes that you can take, and there's right turns, left turns, dead ends, but in a maze there's only one solution. And some people, they want to come up with that solution on their own, and some people believe that there's something more, that there's a solution to the greater picture of the puzzle.
One right answer kind of deal.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What kind of stories are you getting out of that? I mean, you getting a lot of salvation testimonies coming out of these presentations?
There are a lot of people who hear my story after I get done talking. I drop the question mark and then I tell them what happened to me. And there's a lot of people who hear my story and they resonate with the truth in it, and they want more. They want to start following Jesus. They want to make him Lord of their lives. There's also a lot of people, and this is something I'm actually really proud of. There's a lot of people that just want to continue the discussion, right? Yeah. I mean, Jesus said his first words to people were, "Follow me." Now, follow me doesn't necessarily mean make me Lord. Follow me early on in his ministry. It's just like, come hang out, come be around. Why don't you come and see? That's in 1 John. And so, actually I think it's John 2. John 1 or John 2. And so the goal is to get them to come and see. I think there's a misinterpretation today of people who think, I'm going to walk into a church of all places, and in 20 minutes I'm going to make the most important decision of my entire life in 20 minutes, and that does happen for some people. What I'm finding more and more is that the idea of religion is people are coming at it with a more skeptical tone because they don't want to be duped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So how do we get them further down the road? How do we continue the conversation and continue the discussion?
So you dupe them to get them unduped?
Yeah, it's like, listen, man, I just showed you that, I just showed you that you can be wrong about what you perceive to be true, but more than anything else, you know that I'm not doing real magic up here. You know there's something going on behind the scenes. Yeah. And it's that wantingness of truth. It's that intellectual humility that really.
How'd you do it? Yeah. How'd you do it? What's the truth here? Yeah. Show me what's real
exactly.
here. Exactly. Yeah, you got one by me, but now tell me the truth.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did you get into magic, sleight of hand, whatever you want to call it, to begin with?
I was a curious kid.
You were the kid that had the 100 magic tricks set like I was? I had one of those. Yeah. Did you have the little magic wand that was actually
I had that exact. You talking about the one with you push the thing on and the bulb pops out of it? I had the Fisher Price one. I still have a Fisher Price the one I got when I was 6 years old.
So you're doing tricks for your parents in the living room on the weekends?
That was me.
And you got really good and started freaking people out?
That was the day that I remembered, man, I think I'll be good at this, because my parents were kind of like, the guinea pigs. Yeah. They would sit there and be like, oh, good job. Yeah. Wow, that was really good. And then I did something one day. I broke a fork in half with my mind powers, and they sat there.
They went, wait
a second. Didn't know what to do there, and that's when I knew. I was like, "Wow, okay."
Did they ask if you had been playing Dungeons and Dragons too, or anything weird?
No, nothing like that.
Seriously though, a lot of people think this can only be done if you are doing something spiritually, supernaturally wrong.
Right.
What do you say to those people?
I say every thought needs to be taken captive to the obedience of Christ. And that we're supposed to expose deception for what it is. And, Rahab lied and was considered righteous. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the Bible says that anything done by faith, anything not done of faith is sin, right? So if God shows me, and these things are leading people to a greater knowledge and understanding of who Jesus is, it cannot be from the enemy, in my opinion. Why the enemy's trying to push? The enemy's the father of lies, right? I'm a demonstrator of lies that can happen, but at the end of the day, I bring them right back around to what I'm trying to ultimately discuss.
I'm not accusing you of deception, but there is a level of deception that goes on. But you're saying that you're using deception to a degree to expose deception.
Exactly.
To lead them to the truth.
It's a special effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get them in that world, and then you flip the world on them and say, let's take this outside of the walls of a magic show and maybe use it to think about the world in which we live.
If people want to watch some of your stuff, other than just this and what you do on Live Today at livetoday.org, he's going to tell more of his personal story on that, so be sure you watch that. Is there a place they can go to kind of check out what you do? They
can go to our website, whatisthemaze.com, to see a little bit of it.
Okay.
We work kind of hard, though, to keep our stuff offline, because we want them to experience the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think it makes it more special in one regard, because we can get everything online today.
Yeah, you're right.
But the live audience and being a part of that and getting to see it,
Well, and seeing a few tricks online is one thing, but getting the message that you're trying to put across is more important.
I think so.
Yeah, and churches that maybe want to book you,
yeah.
I'll just tell people straight up, you want to get kids, especially, packed into your church, book this guy. They will show up, and they'll be talking about it for a long time. So. Okay, so people can book it at whatisthemaze.com.
Whatisthemaze.com.
Excellent. Thanks for messing with my brain.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool.
But thank you for what you're doing, because it's really good. I know my son sat there and watched you with his jaw on the floor.
It gets their attention.
It does. Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, though, he's like, Dad, how'd he do that? And I'm like, I don't know. I know a lot of good tricks, but I couldn't figure out what you were doing. It was good, though.
You'll see some more tonight.
Yeah?
I got one that I think is a pretty good doozy.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Thanks again.
Yeah, thanks.